outlines. The outlines that you have to do, I've already made the outline for you. You just have to fill in blanks. Everyone has to use this format. So if you're doing an earthquake, you are writing right in this packet. It does not come out. It stays in your packet. You are going to add all your facts and key ideas on this outline. Okay? If you're going to do a volcano, you go to the next page, and there's a volcano outline. So depending on which you choose, volcano or earthquake, you will be completing that outline in your packet. So for the next 5 days, you are writing everything, all your key ideas that you're finding out about your volcano or earthquake in this packet on this outline. On Monday, I will give you a new outline. You will rewrite your final outline on a separate sheet for me to turn in, so that you can keep this outline in your packet. So it does not get removed, does not get torn out. Everything in this packet needs to stay in the packet. Do not tear out any pages at all. Okay. So how do we do an outline? Let me go back here. Name of volcano, story behind the name, date of eruption. How many Roman numerals do you see on your outline? You should see 10, right? All the way to Roman numeral X, which is 10. So you will have a paragraph for every Roman numeral on your page. So Roman numeral 1, that will be the first paragraph of your paper when you start to write your paper. So the first paragraph will talk all about the name of the volcano, the story behind the name, how did it get its name, and then the date of the eruption. So you have 3 key points you have to talk about. But every paragraph has to have 7 to 8 sentences. So for example, you can't just say the desk is black. Okay? You can't say my volcano is tall. Those are not detailed sentences. A detailed sentence would be, my volcano is one of the tallest volcanoes in the state of Oregon. In fact, it is 13,700 feet high. That's the detail we're looking for when you start to write your paper. Okay? You could write, on A, B, and C, you could do 13,700 feet tall. Because outlines are supposed to be short. Your paragraphs in your paper will be very detailed. Okay? Now, as you're doing your research, you're writing key ideas down here and key points that you're going to discuss. And then on the side, your notebook, you're writing those detailed facts. So that when you go to write your paper, you have your outline and your notebook side by side, and you're writing your paper, making sure that your paper is going along with this flow, and it's following all the notes you just researched in your notebook, okay? Any other questions at this point? All right, so enough with the outlines. What I want to go back to now is page 1 in your packet, so go back to page 1. So now we're going to start just to kind of go over the next couple of tasks and their due dates. As we get past each due date, I will explain even more the next task. But I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information right now. So we just went through and really described every detail on what is an outline, how to do an outline, how it will help you write your paper. And we also discussed how to format a bibliography, so as you're doing your research, you're writing down all your resource information as you go along and writing your facts. So that when you're done with your paper, you can make that bibliography page and say all your sources that you used. So it's a separate page all by itself. Okay? So the next thing, after next week Tuesday, we'll start working on your rough draft. You'll turn in your rough draft, or your bibliography and your outline to me. I'll quickly check those, give you a little bit of insight as whether you're on the right track or you need to go back and redo something. Then you'll start writing your rough draft. Task 2 due date is Monday, December 17th. And that is worth 10 points. Okay? So you're going to use your outline to write this. Each section, like we said, the Roman numerals, you have 10 Roman numerals, so you'll have a single paragraph with those 3 details being described in at least 7 to 8 sentences. If you're going to type it, it needs to be in 12 fonts Times New Roman with 1-inch margin. If you're going to handwrite it, it must be clearly legible. If I cannot read your writing, I cannot grade your paper. So if you know you got some shady writing skills, then you need to type it out. You can come in and use any one of my student computers or the netbooks. Or I will also have iPads, but can't really do the papers on there, but you can do the research on there. But you can come in and type anything you want during your advisory or lunchtime. You can also do it at home and email me. If you're going to email me anything for this project, you must send it to this email address. That's why I put it on there for you. Remember, your research paper must be 10 paragraphs long using complete and detailed sentences. It also must include your bibliography page of resources, okay? You can print it here, like I said, or if you have a jump drive, you know, to store it on, or what else do you call them? Flash drives, okay? You can bring those to school and put it in the computer here if you want, and pull it up and print it off if you need to. So nobody should come in on a due date and say, oh, my printer broke, I couldn't get it. Well, you should have emailed it, or bring it on a flash drive, okay? The next thing that we will work on after that is starting to work on your final copy of your research paper. This is going to be due the day we come back from break, January 7th, Monday, January 7th. And it will be worth 30 points. You're going to write your final copy of your research paper. This must include your bibliography page. So the last page of your research paper will be this page, the bibliography. Each section of your outline must be a separate paragraph. Each paragraph must have a minimum of 3 details being discussed in 7 to 8 detailed sentences each. Students, again, you can print it here at school, use a flash drive, jump drive, and use the printers here. Or again, you can email it to me. Okay? Last thing here, task 4 and task 5, they're the same part of a grade. They're both worth that last 50 points. So combined, they are 50 points. Now mine up here looks a little different than yours, but you're going to be presenting Tuesday through Friday, January 8th through the 11th of 2013, right? You're going to be creating and create and complete a presentation of your choice. You get to choose whether you're going to do a poster board, a PowerPoint, or a model, along with your research paper, okay? And I have rubrics in this packet, so we'll take a look at those. You must share with the class facts and details about your earthquake. Then you'll present your model, your poster board, and your PowerPoint at that same time. You will have to tell us, everyone will have to come up and tell us 5 interesting facts about your volcano. These are the facts right here. Tell us the location, which tectonic plate it's on, what was the last eruption or quake that happened, describe the damages, and how did it impact the humans in that area. Those 5 things, which you're already researching based on your outline, Those are the 5 things that I want everyone to come up and tell us about your volcano or your earthquake. Now, if there was something else that was really cool or interesting about your volcano or earthquake, you can share it with us at that time then also. You can add more, but you have to have at least those 5. And the presentation, when you come up in front of class, it's probably going to be about 2 minutes long. That's it. Okay? It's not a long presentation. I don't expect you to be up here for 10 minutes. In fact, I don't want you up here for 10 minutes because we have 30-something students to get through in 1 hour, you know, for 3 days or 4 days. Okay? All right. You can also, like it says, students may write those facts on a flashcard so you can have them written down. You don't have to have your presentation memorized by any means.